I heard the story of a woman many years ago. This woman was sick and had called on a man of God who she knew was a healing minister and who God has shown himself great through many times in the cases of other persons, and when people needed healing had been called for. She had called for this minister, and because she was sick, she needed healing, right? She had called for this minister, and this minister delayed coming. The minister, on the other hand, was busy, was caught up in engagements, and if I remember clearly, had even forgotten that this woman requested he comes around and minister prayer of healing to her. Days went by, weeks went by, months went by. This minister suddenly remembered that there was this woman who was in this particular place and had requested that he come pray for her. He then made arrangements and went to where she was. On arriving there, he met her with this beautiful smile and requested that, "Can I pray for you now?" And she goes, "No, pastor, don't pray for me again." And to his amazement, he asked why. She said, whilst he tarried, she found Jesus. You'll find out that pain, delay, or whatever peculiar circumstance you are in, whatever your individual need is, whatever is that thing that is making you wait on God, making you to hold on to His promises for something you have not seen yet, you will discover that if God has allowed you come into that season or that phase of your life, there is much more than the feeling of pain, the feeling of disappointment, the feeling of betrayal that particular season is to achieve. Now, the thing is, there are two possible options. One of it is that you allow yourself to be absorbed into all that season holds for you, or you turn your back on that person whom you have believed, that person with whom you have your commitment of service, your commitment of loyalty. I'm talking about God. If you allow yourself to be absorbed in all that this season brings, and the refining that becomes the process of your waiting, you will come to realize that sincerely God seeks to achieve much more than you had thought of or imagined. For some persons, it will be that, and this might cut across every experience, it might be that He begins to reveal your thoughts to you. He begins to help you see your motive. He begins to show you the corruption that is lurking within your members. He puts you in a place as though a surgical table where He exposes all your carnal proclivities, all your tendencies, attributes, characters, everything that has formed the body of your belief, your morals, your personality that doesn't look like Him. There is also going to be a deep working of patience into you and the many other things that God seeks to achieve by reason of this process or this season. I'm saying that pain is always on an errand. Pain, as permitted by God, right, is always on an errand, and that errand ends at peace. It's a journey that you are carried along that exposes all that is not of God in you, refines all the dross off of your person, takes you through the processes of pruning, brings you to the ground where patience is wired deep into you, subjects you to training that becomes righteousness, helps you have a renewed experience of who God is. Like Job, part of his discoveries after the pain supposedly that he had gone through was that all this while I thought the things I heard about you were enough, but now I see you. You who look from outside might ask, what does this God even want with him? But him, Job, who went through it, came out to realize what God was doing and what God sought to achieve in his life. Have you come to that point of contradiction where you find yourself acting out the opposite of the most natural emotion to feel, where in the midst of the pain, all that comes to your spirit are songs of praise and adoration, where for some strange reasons, in the midst of the pain, all that matters is God and not answers to your prayers. A process that started out unpalatable became a comfortable ground because you see God bringing down your pride and causing humility grow in you. It stands to reason why most of the best songs, best books, best whatever are born from a place of pain. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying God cannot achieve all of these things in the absence of pain, but I'm saying that if He allowed you go through a season of pain, and if you are well absorbed in the processes and the errand that this pain is sent on, and you allow yourself to be trained by the disciplines that are somewhat imposed on you by reason of this pain, then be sure you are coming out on the other side refined. And I can tell you that in retrospection, everybody who has allowed the process of pain to complete all it was sent on, and pain in whichever form, could be waiting, it could be an ailment, it could be you expecting something, whatever comes off as your reason for having to wait on God and still wait on Him, expecting but still waiting on Him. In retrospection, everybody who has come out of that process has said that they are grateful they had to go through this. I'm saying that don't be quick to conclude on a process that is yet to fulfill its errand. Don't call it off. Don't end it. Allow yourself to be trained by it. Be absorbed into it and its disciplines. At the end of the day, you'll be glad you did. In the next upload, as the Holy Spirit permits, we'll be exploring the options and the possibilities that begin to present themselves when people go through pain, and we'll see and learn how not to escape, if I may, the process that eventually makes us better people